So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we have obtained the glorious forest medallion. In this episode, we're going to take on what I call the most frustrating quest to everybody else, but to me, I'm going to break it down as usual. So let's go ahead and get down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is reiterate. By now, you should have all 5 of the top row of songs learned, or all 6, I'm sorry, I cannot seem to read today, but make sure you have all those learned and have at least 3 empty bottles on hand. I'm going to go ahead and summon Epona here, because we're going to go to Kakariko Village for something really quick before we even think about getting the 10 Big Poes in this episode, because we're going to have to get some upgrades and get some collectibles, just a couple before even beginning that quest. So, let's go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, so it's rather nice having a nice, good old fairy bow here. We can go ahead and shoot and bop things and pop cap and things. But yeah, having the bow at this point means a lot of things. We can do many things with it, so yeah, go ahead and make sure that it's daytime over at Kakariko Village here, and we're gonna go play a minigame. Yeah, for 7 years it took to build this building, because when you're a kid it is not, is that a ditch blade behind that dude? A ditch blade is when you, have those to, like, kill snakes with, pretty much. That's just according to my knowledge right there. Let's go ahead and talk. Play a game, 20 rupees. Yes. By doing this, we're gonna go ahead and get an upgrade. We're gonna upgrade the Quiver here, so let's go ahead and shoot these rupees here. I totally screwed that up. Let's try it again. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one more time. Let's go ahead and shoot these rupees here. They appear in random orders this time, as when you're an adult. So keep your bow centered in the middle for the most part, because that's when rupees will occur again and again. Yeah, but getting this, you will upgrade the Quiver here. So we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that pretty soon. And yeah, per usual, having a nice full Quiver means really good things. But there you go, the big Quiver, awesome. 40 in total, man. I like your taxiderm things on your wall, man, but hey, what does the sign say, actually? You did 10 targets, you 15 chances. Yeah, 5 of those I can pretty much just mess up on purpose if I wanted to, right? Anyway, back down to this little spot right here. If you've collected 50 Skulltulas, you can return to the House of Skulltula and get something also pretty nice. So let's go ahead and find the dude. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is, man. How's it going? The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. We have the 23rd heart piece, baby! Yeah, make sure you have 50 or more Skulltulas collected at this point, and go ahead and talk to this guy on the top right. He will give you this heart piece, so there we go. Now we can go ahead and get down to business in Hyrule Field. Okay, so with the exclusion of ZeldaDungeon.net, I just want to thank the internet for being the greatest failure of how to describe how to do this quest, because it has been frustrating to most others, including myself. But I've put together this plan after this long of living on the Earth, so yeah, 10 Big Poes, here we go. Okay, so just fixate yourself right here in front of Castle Town, or Hyrule Castle. See the sign? Charge it. Run and run. And shoot this Big Poe in the face twice, and there you go. First Big Poe. Alright. And yeah, I feel like it's really nice to have at least 3 empty bottles at this point, but hey, it's what we need to get the job done. Alright, the next one is going to be right off to our left. The left. Now, there are a few ways to do this and a few other ways to angle it up. It all depends on your perspective and where you're actually angling and positioning yourself, because prepositions when it comes to this quest is very important. But yeah, come to this corner and go ahead and reverse yourself just a little bit. It's going to go ahead and spawn that Big Poe right there. Charge him. Don't slow down. Don't do any of that. Just charge him. Pop him in his face twice. And there you go. Boom. Easy. And there we go. Pretty simple, right? Wrong. Anyway, go ahead and just pick him up. You want to catch you in a bottle. Yeah, that Poe making that sound is just the most satisfying thing in the world, right? Yeah, but the next one is going to be according to a gray rock that we're going to go ahead and bypass on the left side. If we go ahead and hug up against it, right here along the trail, hug up against that rock. Don't leave any gaps or spaces. Just hug it up. And yeah, go ahead and shoot this Poe in his ugly face. Hello. You're not going to get away from me. There we go. Right on the top of your freaking head. There we go. Awesome. Awesome sizzle. Let's go ahead and pick him up and go and deliver him. Okay, so one of the things that, like, really occur to me, like, the most obvious is how, like, familiar this guy looks in here. Again, when you're an adult in Ocarina of Time, this guard will not be here, but he will. A lot of YouTubers and other Let's Players say that this guy reminds them of the Merchant in Resident Evil 4 because of just how he looks with the hood on. But let's go ahead and talk to him. There is some missable dialogue here if you do not give him the chance to just talk first and just go ahead and straight on give him a Big Poe. Let's go ahead and talk first, see what he says. Oh, you are quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too. Haha. Your name is LSP, isn't it? Haha. Don't be surprised. I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I can run a different kind of business. Wrong. Wrong as a witch. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for business like this. Haha. Oh, I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts, called Poes, the spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields of the graveyard. And the graveyard, they hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Haha. Thanks, man. I don't know what other kind of business you would run, but hey. Oh, you brought a Poe today. Huh. Very interesting. This is a Big Poe. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. Ha. What is that supposed to mean, dude? I'm not going to go ahead and get specific here, but still. Go ahead and hand these off to... It's just going to be the same dialogue for the rest of the Poes, but yeah, that's just kind of something that I wanted to branch off and show that this guy has to say, or girl, whichever gender that he is, that person is underneath the hood there, but hand them off. Okay, so with 3 Big Poes down, the next one is going to be right up alongside of this wall. Hug this wall. Hug it. Brush up on that left side of that wall. Opponent, don't back up on me now, but still. Hug up on this wall. Do not leave any gaps or anything. It's going to spawn this Poe right here. Go ahead and pop him in his ugly face a couple times. And, yeah, you ain't going to get away from me. Not today. Not on my watch. Because there's people out here that want to get this game 100% completed, and I'm not going to let the Poe getting away from me deter me from even explaining how to do this quest, but still. So, with the 4th Big Poe down, we're going to go ahead and whip a nay-nay around Lon Lon Ranch here. So, you can go around the clockwise side, but I'm going to go ahead and go counterclockwise, because I personally get a better angle this way. But, yeah. See that circle that I'm kind of circling on the map there? Yeah. And you see that big opening like a horseshoe? We're going to go ahead and towards the entrance of Lon Lon Ranch and pick up this Poe. Again, I get the better angle this way, personally, in my honest perspective, but there are other people that are just kind of visually ambidextrous to it, but hey, let's just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and whip a nay-nay around here, and there we go. See that entrance? Yeah, here he is. And there he is, right in the face. Easy. Easy peasy. Yeah. Go and scoop him on up. Okay, so the next Big Poe is going to be on the top left of the map here. There are some people that have like the weirdest habit of like sniping the ghost and the Poe that appears all the way across the water. No. No. We're going to change that right now, boys. We're going to make your life a whole lot easier. And yeah, just go ahead and face this side of the wall here. And you see that little middle bush right there? Go ahead and run into that. And there he is. Easy. Easy. So you don't have to get him across the water. He's just going to spawn right in its open center of this entire field, and you can just shoot him in an open space. So he's not going to hit any walls and disappear on you. Alright? Back to delivery. Okay, so just behind Lon Lon Ranch, we're going to go ahead and branch up along this right side of a tree that we're going to go ahead and pass up. So let's go ahead and witch this way. See that tree right there? Yeah, right in front of Gerudo Valley. Hug up against that tree on the right side. Brush up against it. Because right here is going to be the next Poe. Go ahead and pop him in his stomach twice, and there he is. That is the 7th Poe. Yep, we're getting through this really fast, straight to the point, and it's just... Yeah, I cannot fathom how irritating the side quest was for me as a child, but... Which, I should say a kid, rather, because I was just younger. I don't see anybody else as a child playing this game, but still. This 8th Poe that I'm about to get is really frustrating to me. So, I'm going to go ahead and describe it right now. The position you have to be in is very specific, and nobody really realizes this. You see how the yellow brick road just kind of divides into a green path on the right side? Yeah. Brush up against that. Right here. We are green. Go ahead and spawn that Poe right there. And yep, that sucked. See, see how it's frustrating? So, we gotta do it again. Second try, take 2. Go ahead and shoot straight forth into this path. And there he is. Yep. Ugh. See what I mean? There we go. A lot easier. And I'm hoping that he spawned inside of that, outside of the wall there. Let's go ahead and find out. He's gone. Alright, so after paying millions of dollars in error taxes later, go ahead and pick him up. Again, that one is very challenging. Like, being at the right position and right perspective is just wrong. Wrong. Anyway, down to the next Poe, the second to last, which is the 9th one. Let's go ahead and go for it. Okay, so if you come to this very side of the map, and we go ahead and charge across that left side of the tree that's on our very right, we're going to go ahead and spawn a grass patch. Go ahead and run straight through that. It's going to be spawning another Poe right there, so let's go ahead and pick him up as well. Yep. Positioning and perspective and preposition is very, very important. So run across that grass patch and you're going to be fine. That is the 9th Poe. Let's go ahead and drop him off and get our last one right after. It's going to be really easy. So you see how I brushed up along the right side of that brown rock at the bottom side of the map again? Yeah. Spawn that Poe and you're going to be just fine. He's going to spawn every time if you go from that angle. Alright, that is the 10th Big Poe. Let's go ahead and get our reward. So with the final Big Poe in hand, we can go ahead and return it to him, and he will say, "Oh, you brought a Poe today." Yeah, the usual dialogue, per usual. That's very interesting. This is a Big Poe. I'll buy it again, for a high price. Resident Evil 4, you never fail to satisfy me. So, he says if you earn 1,000 points, you'll be happy man. Wait a minute. Wow. You've earned 1,000 points. Young man, you are a genuine ghost hunter. Is that what you expected me to say? Because of you, I have extra inventory of Big Poes, so this will be the last time I can buy a ghost. You're thinking about what I promised would happen when you earned 1,000 points, haha. Oh, don't do me no favors, man. I'm telling you. Don't worry, I didn't forget it. Just take this. Okay, that was way better than what I was expecting. Actually, in all seriousness, this is the 4th and final empty bottle. I would have expected to get a heart piece from this or something more worthwhile, but hey, I guess not. And yeah, with that, we have every empty bottle in the game. So, there's only a couple more things to find out, and it requires going back to the Temple of Time to go and see someone that we surely know. Yeah, the atmosphere of the Temple of Time just does not fail to satisfy me either, but hey, being here again is gonna give us something in return, so after you beat the Forest Temple, come here and you'll see this. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. You have learned the Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. LSP, we shall meet again. Well, there's only one more thing to find out, and it goes back in time. Yep, it does require that, so let's do it. It's really nice to be a kid again. So, We have one more thing to do for the episode. I know that it's rather short, but hey, I do have a dungeon coming up in the next episode, so let's go ahead and find out what this is, and it requires going to Zora's River. Okay, so right by this log in Zora's River, we have to awaken some more frogs here. Well, not awaken them, but satisfy them in their musical needs. So we have satisfied 2 of them. Now it's time to satisfy the other 3, as well as get a couple of pieces of heart here. So we have played so far the Zelda's Lullaby and, yep, Saria's Song. So we have 3 more to go. Well, 4 more. Then we have a puzzle song to play. So let's go ahead and play Epona's song next and see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and get some more money for this, so it's pretty nice, even though our wallet's chock full. But the next song is going to be the Song of Times. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And we grew up the red frog on the good old right side there, so now we have him. We have some more money. The next song is going to be the Sun Song, so let's go ahead and do that now. And let's go ahead and awaken the blue frog on the left, so let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to get some more money here, which is useless. What really comes into play is the 2 final songs that I'm going to play here. One really isn't a song, but it's more like a puzzle song, but hey, the final song is, well, the real one is the Song of Storms. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Wow, that melody is so cool. Ribbit. Singing in the... Oh, man. A Clockwork Orange. I gotta watch that again, but still. Oh, what a feeling. Ribbit. Please, take this as a token of our froggish gratitude, Ribbit. Alright. See you, Ribbit. And we have the 24th heart piece, right? You've completed another heart container. Your maximum life energy is increased. So go ahead and play the Song of Storms for those guys, and yeah, and you get this. Now, we're not done here. One more song to play is kind of like a puzzle, but go ahead and bust out your ocarina, and these guys are going to say, look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world-famous fabulous 5 froggish tenors, Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us, Ribbit. Okay, then, ready, set, go. Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, Ribbit. Would you take this token of our gratitude? And we have the 25th heart piece, which is even better. So, yep, that kind of sums up our collectibles for Zora's River, and we are good to go for the next dungeon. But let's go ahead and go back to an adult and strap on that good old Goron tunic that we obtained from Goron City and get ready. Let's age 7 years once again. It really means a lot. Let's go ahead and put on that good old Goron tunic here, and yeah, we look like we're in Super Smash Bros. Melee right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and bust out the ocarina, which I could have just done when I was already paused there, but still. Let's go ahead and play the Bolero of Fire, and get ready. So, it was worth it. So, I know that it's a rather short episode, but it does just kind of entail doing that 10 Big Poe quest and getting some more collectibles from Kakariko Village and Zora's River from those frogs, but still, that kind of wraps it up for now. In the next episode, we're going to take on the Fire Temple, which is in the High Mountain, Providence. So let's go ahead and do that. With that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else, and peace out, everyone.